Imagine walking through a European city and suddenly seeing thousands of people celebrating, what, without clothes. No panic, no arrests, just normal life. At first it feels shocking, even uncomfortable. But here's what most tourists don't realize. These events aren't random. They're legal, organized, and deeply cultural. By the end of this video, you might question why something that feels extreme elsewhere is completely accepted here. Because once you understand the reason behind these gatherings, it changes how you see nudity forever. So what are these events exactly? They have many names. Some are called naturist festivals, others are known as body-positive walks, art installations, some are quiet protests, making a statement without shouting a single word. They can be a joyful party with soft music and dancing. They can be a silent march through the heart of a city at dawn. Or they can be a simple, unstructured gathering on a beach where people just exist together in the sun and the air. The form changes from place to place, from country to country. The events take place all across Europe, Germany, France, Spain, the Netherlands. In some cities, they are an annual tradition. In others, a rare special occasion. Organizers plan them with great care. A public space you might pass every day, a park, a city square, a bridge over a river. On this day, transformed, people from all walks of life choosing to be here, choosing vulnerability together. The camera moves slowly through the crowd, seeing details. An older man and a young woman walking side by side. A group on the grass, sharing food. Faces showing many feelings. Joy, contemplation, tears on some cheeks, tears of release. More than the absence of clothes, a quiet, powerful human event, a shared experience touching something deep. Look past the surprise, slow down like they have, listen to quiet stories. The reason is not what you might think. Freedom, acceptance, a simple return to a natural state. We've seen the surface. But why do these gatherings endure? To understand these modern events, it helps to look back in time. The relationship between humans and clothing has not always been the same. For much of our history, being unclothed was a simple fact of life, not a source of shame. Ancient cultures often saw the body as natural, like the trees, like the rivers. People bathed together in public. They exercised and competed in games without clothes. The body was not seen as something to be hidden away in darkness. Over the centuries, things began to change. Clothes became more than just protection from the cold. They became a symbol of status, of wealth, of religious belief. With this change, new ideas about modesty and shame began to grow. Laws were written to control what could be seen in public. The body became something private, something to be concealed. This shift happened slowly over hundreds of years, and it created the culture of covering up common in many places today. Yet the old idea never fully disappeared. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a new movement grew in Europe, especially Germany. It was called Freikörperkultur, free body culture. Its followers believed modern life was unhealthy. They pointed to cities, pollution, and even clothing as separating people from nature. They wanted a simpler, healthier life. Early naturist groups bought land and started private camps. They swam in lakes, did gymnastics in the sun, ate simple, healthy food. How can thousands of people be naked in public without breaking the law? The answer is complex and varies across Europe. There is no single rule that applies everywhere. In countries like Spain and Germany, the law is often quite relaxed about public nudity, especially in designated areas. The act of being naked itself is not always illegal. The law usually focuses on the intent. If the nudity is intended to cause alarm or offense, it can be a crime. But if it is part of a peaceful, non-sexual gathering, it is often tolerated or permitted. In other countries, the laws are stricter. Organizers must do their homework carefully, apply for special permits, just as they would for a parade or a marathon. They present their plan, explaining the purpose. Artistic expression, political statement, cultural celebration. They work closely with local police. This cooperation is key. It turns a potential offense into a sanctioned public event. Safety and respect are the most important rules of all. Be respectful. Do not stare. Do not make others feel uncomfortable. Any aggressive or sexualized behavior is forbidden and results in immediate removal. Marshals walk with the crowd, ready to step in. Protecting privacy matters. Some events ban photography, others allow restricted media zones. Never take someone's picture without clear permission. Why do so many people choose to do this? Well, the reasons are as varied as the people themselves. There is no single answer. For some, it is simply about fun. For others, it's a feeling of liberation. Life is full of rules, pressures, expectations. For a few hours, they can leave all of that behind. They can shed their clothes, the uniforms of daily life, the business suit, work overalls, the school uniform. Without those, there's a sense of playfulness, freedom, like being a child again. For many, the reason is deeper. It's about body acceptance. Our world is filled with images of perfect bodies on television, in magazines, on social media. That creates shame and anxiety. At a nude event, you see reality, hundreds, even thousands of real bodies, old, young, large, small, scarred, tattooed, the beautiful, imperfect truth of humanity. Seeing that can be powerful. It helps people realize their body is normal, one among many. Shame can begin to melt away in the sun. I've hated my stomach my whole life. Here I see 100 stomachs. Mine is just fine. This shared vulnerability creates a powerful bond. A silent statement. I accept you as you are, and I accept myself as I am. Some come for artistic or political reasons. They see the naked body as a powerful symbol, a protest against consumerism, against the fashion industry, a statement about peace, about vulnerability, about our shared humanity. There is a fascinating psychology at work. Humans are deeply social creatures. We look to others to understand how we should behave. When you first arrive, you might feel nervous. This is natural. But then you look around. You see thousands acting calmly and respectfully. No one is pointing. No one is laughing. The atmosphere is relaxed. Your brain receives a powerful signal. This is safe. This is normal here. This process is called social norming. The collective behavior creates a new temporary reality. The body stops being a source of stress. Psychologists suggest it can be therapeutic, a gentle form of exposure therapy. Facing a fear in a safe environment reduces that fear. Trust grows. You trust you won't be judged, harmed, or disrespected. It builds community. It can feel like a ritual with a beginning and end, a special place and time, a shared intention. These elements give meaning, like a secular ceremony. The slow, mindful walk becomes a moving meditation. People are present in the moment. Sun on skin, breeze in the air, ground beneath their feet. The culture that allows these events to flourish is more common in Europe than in many other parts of the world. This is partly due to history. The naturist movement took deep root. Germany, France. It created a foundation, nudity and nature together. Public saunas where everyone is nude. Designated naturist beaches where families have gone for generations. Familiarity makes nudity less shocking. Elsewhere, stricter rules about the body, often shaped by religious and social traditions. Public nudity is taboo and often illegal. A large-scale nude event in a major city may be unthinkable. This does not make one culture right and another wrong. Views differ, even within Europe. Celebrated in one city, challenged in another. Public opinion is always a mix. The internet spreads images and stories, sparking curiosity and conversation. Some form small, private groups exploring similar ideas. While not every city will host thousands, the quiet European idea, the body as freedom rather than shame, is traveling across the globe. So when the sun sets on these gatherings, what remains with the people who were there? The sun begins to set, the event comes to a close, people slowly begin to put their clothes back on, the quiet, dreamlike atmosphere gently fades. The street returns to its normal state, but for the people who were there, something has changed. They often speak of feeling lighter, freer, more at peace with themselves. The memory of the sun on their skin stays with them. The quiet acceptance of the crowd stays with them. It is a feeling they carry into everyday life. It can be the start of a longer journey, kinder, less critical, sometimes a new community. These events spark debate about art, freedom, the law, a gentle disturbance that makes us reconsider our rules.